All right, let's remind folks of the poll, see where we stand on this thing. Absolutely 100% never, still in the lead. Second is I pull for Bruce Pearl every game at Tennessee. And what is that, 7% now? Saying every game period they pull for him? My light's on the screen, so I can't tell if nobody's saying anything, so I'll assume
it is 7%.
7%. Okay, there we go. So keep playing, keep telling us it's growing. The Bruce Pearl fans are coming out in droves now. They went from 6% to 7%. All right. For fiscal year 2023-2024, the UT Athletic Department, and kudos to the Sentinel, they always do the give us your records stuff, and they write it up. UTAD brought in a record $234 million. You're closing in on $250 million. That's $89 million more than UT brought in 2017. That's the kind of jump. And it has jumped every year under Danny White. He's been behind all of it. He told the Knoxville News Sentinel, he's wanting more money. I think he slicked his hair back like Gordon Gekko. So let's go ahead and tell you what Danny White said here. Greed is good. We can become the highest revenue, highest budget in the country here at Tennessee. When you have a passionate, huge fan base, you can turn that into operational revenue. We've got some growth ahead of us, and I think we can get to the top. So Tennessee, the aim is to have the biggest budget in the United States of America. Now, you know how they cook the books, all these schools do it, it's amazing. They'll say, well, we brought in $188,231,006, and we spent the exact same amount. But Tennessee, they brought in $234, they claim they spent $231, so it was only a $3 million profit. I'm sure that's the case. At any rate, they just had a tremendous year on the field. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. You went to the playoff in football. You went to the Elite Eight in men's basketball. You won a national championship in baseball. Every one of your teams, I believe, made the NCAA postseason. But you lost in the playoffs. You only flamed out in the Elite Eight. My question is, do fans look at that money and look at the success across the board and say, yeah, we're making the money and they're spending it wisely? Or are most fans saying, not good enough. If we're making that kind of money, I want a national championship in football and basketball. Where are we?
Right now, it's good enough. And 5 years from now, as ticket prices, where does that operational revenue supposed to come from? Fans. That's where the operational revenue is going to come from until you build other things around Neyland Stadium that you could monetize there. But so there are a lot of people who took a 20 to 50% pay cut or pay increase in their ticket packages this year for football. That's going to change things, especially if it continues to go up. So I think right now, this is good enough. At some point in time, if you're paying that much money through the nose for your tickets, you're going to expect championships.
Some point in time gets here quicker than I think people think it will get here. And I think if you're a football team, this year, everybody, happy you made the playoffs. Okay, what if you're still losing in the first? You're making the playoffs, but you're losing in the first round, say 4 years from now. Okay, that's not going to be good enough. You know it's not going to be good enough. How many basketball fans get upset that Rick Barnes never makes it beyond the Sweet 16 until last year made it to the Elite Eight? So, yeah, I think I agree with Will 100%. It's good enough today, but this same kind of success, and I don't think you can expect baseball championships every year, softball, but you've got the Lady Vols ticking up. Yeah. You got basketball, all these things. Yes, it's good enough right now. But as you pull more money from the fans, no, it won't be good enough. So if I was him, I wouldn't have even really talked about all that. I would have just said, we're doing well. But, man, we're doing great. We're going to be the best. Well, you better be the best.
Well, and they're also, hey, we're doing this, and look, we need more operational revenue for the athletics department.
Yeah.
But also you guys need to donate money to the ball club and do all of the things for NIL.
And there's now a 10% talent fee on top of the tickets.
Absolutely.
I do think part of it is, and this is no knock on any of the other sports. You can be good in all the other sports, but I think at the University of Tennessee, it's you winning championships in football. And I think a men's basketball Final Four, because you've never had one.
Right.
I think that would appease people. This is no knock, but you won a national championship in baseball, which is fantastic, and the community got around it, and they're going to be around it again. And the stadium that they're enlarging is going to seat 7,000, 8,000. It's not the 100,000 seater. And I think that's always going to be the problem. You can be great across the board. And I think if you gave most fans the option, make all the other sports suck, but you win a national
Yes,
championship
I
in
agree.
football. I got bad news for all the other coaches because they're going to pick sucking everything but football. I think
It's
that's
awesome
coming.
being in everything school right now.
Yeah.
But 3 years, 5 years, whenever we get some type of revenue sharing, like, are you going to look at it and say, we're 9-3 in football, but we just went to the Final Four in golf again? Not a lot of people are going to care.
Right, and I don't. And here's the thing: if you're Danny White, you're doing the right thing.
He is.
Yeah.
But that is just human nature.
Yes.
I think that's the. I don't know that that's right. You should be sitting there happy that your school is doing good and all these things. But I know fans, and it's okay.
Yeah, not only
what's
Danny-
the big one? Give me a title in
Not
football.
only doing the right thing, I think he could even flip those words around. He's doing just about everything right.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he's doing it.
You know, he
Absolutely
doesn't have
is.
missteps.
That's exactly right. All right. We are launching, let me go ahead and put up a quote. We are launching our new digital network. You saw an ad for it earlier. Next Monday, depending on the weather this week, hopefully we can tape some of our shows. But next Monday, the 27th, you can get to YouTube and already subscribe. But here's what I want you to do. The Sports Source Q&A show. Send your questions today. It's SSDN Questions. That's Sports Source Digital Network. So SSDN Questions at gmail.com. Include your first and last name, as well as your hometown. That way we can say, Joe Schmidlap from Hackensack wants to know, boom. Then visit the Sports Source Digital Network on YouTube on Monday the 27th. See if we answer your question. We'll try and get to as many as we can, but I'm going to leave that up there for one more second. Send your questions. You don't have to go to contact us on the sportsource.tv page. You can just go straight to Gmail, or just straight to your email account. Send us your questions to answer, ssdnquestions at gmail.com. If there's something we haven't covered on this show and you want it covered, send it to us. We'll cover it on the new YouTube channel.
I thought
All
the
right.
Schmidlaps lived in Gudger.
They've moved from Gudger to Hackensack.
Okay, there you go.
But they were originally Gudgerians. All right. When we come back, another week, another round of nightmares for the NCAA and college administrators. Find out how the Wild West gets wilder. Come on back.